the village which shows the remnants of the battle of the Titans, the ancient Titans, it's the village of Volakas of the island of Tinos in the Aegean Sea of Greece. But for those of you who don't know, who were the ancient Titans? Well, they were on Earth. They were huge, of course, and they were on Earth before the gods of Olympus, supposedly. The Titans, as according to mythology of Greece, fathers and mothers of the gods. The Titans were a group of fathers and mothers of the gods. A war broke out between the gods and the Titans called Titanomachia in Greek. Eventually, the gods won the war against the Titans, so they cast most of the Titans into Tartarus and made the leader of the Titans during the Titan Wars, Atlas, bear the axle of heaven on his shoulders for eternity. And that's why we have this image of Atlas carrying the globe, lifting the globe. Now, an individual Titan is more powerful than one god, quote unquote, but the Titans and gods did not stay on the same side all of the time. And various names of the Titans in Greek mythology: Lito, Menoetes, Metis, Mnemonisi, Oceanus, Ophion, Pallas, Perseus, Phoebe, Prometheus, we all know Prometheus, Rhea, Selene, Tethys, Thea, Themis, Uranus, Asteria, Astreos, Atlas, lifting the globe, Chaos, Creus, Kronos being Uranus, Saturn, Dione, Eos, Epimetheus, Eurybia, and Vera, Gaia, Helios being the sun, Hyperion, Iapetus, and Clymene as some of the Titans. So this village in the beautiful island of Tinos, the village of Volakas, showing the remnants of these huge boulders. Now, in the small village of Tinos, the landscape changes from Cycladic to lunar. Granite volcanic boulders are scattered on the plateau of Volakas. It's located near the town of the island. The rock formations are sometimes reminiscent of birds or animals, human bodies, or most of the time just balls, whence the name of the village, Volakas, Volos meaning the type of a sphere. It's impossible to determine when Volakas was built, but it's probably one of the oldest villages on the island. It's not excluded that the area was inhabited before 2000 BC, that's over 4,000 years ago, as inside the rocks have been found two pieces of obsidian. It's a rock of natural black glass with which they made tools of that period. The omonymously settled with a few white houses leaning on the huge monoliths and a unique spectacle. For fans of mythology, there is an explanation that this strange spectacle is one of the last remnants of the battles between the giants, Titans, and the quote-unquote gods of Olympus. We know that the Greek mythology says that they came from elsewhere, from the skies, hence ETs. Now, the landscape has given birth to legends, but also has attracted the interest of scientists. Various theories have been formulated. The first says that the rocks came from a volcanic eruption about 20 million years ago. According to the second theory, the sea reached Volakas millions of years ago, and with the withdrawal of the sea, the rocks remained. In other words, there was some kind of a tidal wave bringing these rocks and just depositing them there. The rocks remained with their characteristic shape due to water erosion, while a third theory states that a part of the meteorite that hit the area resulted in the formation of these rocks. A professor of hydrogeology and technical geology of the University of Athens, George Stournaras, who is a lover of Tinos, the island here we're talking about, and a faithful pilgrim, one of the impressive reliefs of this hinterland, has carefully studied the granite field of the area. The spooky rocks found that the round rocks are due to the roundness of the rocks due to erosion and disintegration of the petrified magma, the fire that fills the Earth's interior, which sometimes comes out solidified on the surface. Now, from the moment the granite came to the surface in solid form, the baton of its formation was taken by the various elements of nature, such as temperature, winds, and humidity, and erosion. For villagers who are few, boulders are part of their daily routine. Many of the village houses are built against these rocks, with the walls incorporating granite spheres and the rooms often defined by them. In a house, in fact, the round stone invades a bedroom, the result that the bed has 3 legs, since the fourth rests on the rock. The locals say that one of the best places to admire the granite grandeur of the landscape is an opening known as Volakas Plaka, 3 minutes behind the village church. The village of climbers, the rocks of Volakas, has become in recent years a pole of attraction for rock lovers from all over the world. Now, climbers from Germany and other European countries flock to Tinos and indulge in their favorite bouldering, that is, climbing low rocks without ropes. Karsten Oltz, a German sports guru, has described the village of Tinos as the largest boulder field in Europe. Now, the art of basket weaving, the beauty, but also the peculiarities of the small village are not exhausted in its natural landscape. The inhabitants of Volakas are almost always engaged in basket weaving. The village was the main supplier of coffins and all kinds of baskets for the farmers of Tinos, but also of the surrounding islands. The long history of the art of basket weaving is confirmed even by the beliefs of the religious tradition. The oldest recorded church in the area is called Panaya Kalaman, Kalami meaning reeds, what they used to make the baskets. The history of the church states that it got its name when, in the middle of the 18th century, dense reeds were raised as a miracle around the chapel that existed then, protecting the villagers from the invasion of pirates. And in order of Panaya, the Mother of God, in 1792, at the same place, the inhabitants built a larger chapel, which they named Panaya Kalamia. And that's a little bit of the history of this strange village, Volakas, with these strange boulders, rounded boulders, scattered all over the place, and they still don't know basically where these boulders have come from. And a little bit of the Greek mythology, of course, gives rise to our imagination and fantasies of what could have happened there in the distant past. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Thank you. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.